This is a crazy business. This is a rough one. Hi, I'm Jerry Powell. I'm the founder of Rythmia Life Education Center in Guanacaste, Costa Rica. This started in 2015. I made an agreement to buy the property, and we didn't open until 2016. And we started out with 2 people, and then there were 6, and then a year later there was 12 at a time, and then 20 at a time, and then 40 at a time, and then 60 at a time, and it just keeps going.
Hey, my name is Mark Pattison. I'm a former NFL player. I also climbed the 7 summits, and today we are in Costa Rica at an amazing resort called Rythmia Life Advancement Center. We're going to be examining 3 amazing individuals. 1 is a Navy SEAL, 2 is a television reality star, and number 3 is a world champion jiu-jitsu superstar. These 3 guys are going inside the gates to explore the world of plant-based medicine. So come on inside, let's check it out, and we want to show you all about the world of Rythmia. Upon arriving to Rythmia Resort grounds, you instantly realize how friendly and accommodating the staff are to give you a full experience of what you're about to face. They set you up with a comfortable cottage to call your home for a week. During your stay, you have a catered breakfast, lunch, and dinner to create a farm-to-table experience. There are many classes and workshops to better understand ayahuasca, which is plant-based medicine, and how to integrate what you learn and discover in your week stay to implement into your everyday life. Guests have access to a full spa treatment with massages, a gym, steam room, volcanic mud baths, hot and cold plunges, and a recreational pool with relaxation areas.
My name is Dr. Jeff McNary. I'm the Chief Medical Officer at Rythmia, and I have a master's in public health and a doctorate in psychology. There's all these different, ways to serve ayahuasca safely. And we were the ones that spearheaded that whole thing because no one was doing it at the level we were, and no one was doing it with a medical license. We're the first and only center in the world to have that license. And so the Ministry of Health of Costa Rica has deemed us safe and appropriate to administer this medicine to people. So that's a big part of what I've seen evolve. 15,000 people have been through here. In order to do deep work, you have to be open. In order to be open, you have to feel safe. And a lot of people don't feel safe in their life. They're closed off from trauma. They have resistance. They have a lot of fear. They need to relax and let the process happen. So all of the modalities that we offer, whether it's like you mentioned, like the breath work, the spa, the mud bath, the food, the hydrocolonic cleanse, all of the classes that we give instruction to people, all of that is built around creating safety so that people can relax into who they are. And then they can work on the intentions that we help them understand.
We sit down with Mike, Sean G, and Shep to better understand what brought them to Rythmia and a path to self-discovery.
My name is Mike Sarraille. I'm a retired Navy SEAL. I've done a number of things since I've gotten out, and I'm down here at Rythmia Resort in Costa Rica to undergo this plant-based medicine.
Where did you hear about ayahuasca in terms of a plant-based medicine that can help us, people heal?
I recently had Kelly Slater on the Everyday Warrior podcast. He's a board member for Rythmia here. We had talked about it, I think, off screen. And then shortly after that, I got, Jen from Rythmia contacted me and said, hey, how would you like to come out and do a segment on Rythmia? And we started talking and said, hey, can I bring some friends? Mark Pattison, Xande Ribeiro, Will Sharman. And she said, let's do it.
What do you hope when you, 5 days from now when we talk again, that you hope to gain out of this whole thing?
And I'm not trying to come off cavalier here, but killing the people that we were hunting. Not many people, we don't lose sleep over that. I mean, these were vicious people, terrorists that prey on the innocent, but it's the guys that we didn't bring home. Yeah. I think one of the hopes here is if I can make that rucksack a little lighter by putting down or confronting the ghosts of my past and present, that if I return home as a better human being to my wife and my kids, then I'll open myself to other modalities that traditionally I wouldn't consider.
Is it a self of peace? Is this laying down the rifle and not having that survivor guilt, those guys that were left behind?
I don't know how much I want to minimize it. because I don't want to minimize their legacy and their memory. But in terms of outcomes, I'll probably be more nervous going into this than I was into Iraq or Afghanistan, because I was surrounded by 40 just absolute lethal warriors.
Yeah.
I think I'm ready to go through it, because we just finished a major expedition that disrupted our lives for 18 months, disrupted my businesses heavily, which I'm still doing triage on because of the expedition. And so it's been one hell of a year, and we've got one hell of a year coming up in front of us in 2024. And so, it's January 7th. I couldn't think of a better reset, better self-reflection at the beginning of this year to really kick it off.
Well, my name is Xande Ribeiro. I'm a 7-time world Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu champion. I'm a 2-time ADCC world submission fighting champion. I'm also in the IBJJF Jiu-Jitsu Hall of Fame, as well as the ADCC Hall of Fame for grappling.
Wow. And what brings you here to Costa Rica?
I think ayahuasca called me to come here. That was a great opportunity for myself. I was invited to be part of this project, but I don't think it's a project. I think it's something that it's been waiting for me more than I've been waiting for it. I grew up, the Amazon, so medicinal plant has been part of my life many years. My mom never gave me aspirin for headaches. She gave me teas from whatever leaves. They taste like crap, but they're the one that made you better. And I have always believed in the spiritual part of the Mother Nature. And the opportunity came in, and it's a very good time in my life, because I retired from official being an athlete last year, and right away I embarked on a journey to develop my team, the Six Blades Jiu-Jitsu team, which right now I'm in 17 countries. I just want to be able to just make sure or having a light if what I'm doing is the right thing. Not too many people put me on check, or call me up on my shit or things like this. Sometimes I think I'm doing the right things, I'm not, and then it's not the right thing. But definitely one thing that I learned without being a journey is that being a leader is not about pleasing, it's about doing what's right. So I just hope there's light out there that I can be, I know it's unfair to me even, that I can be the person that's creating something that can give someone a chance to build a life, to raise a kid. And, when I go to Philippines and Brazil and I see those 6-year-old, 7-year-old kids, they look at you like the eyes are shining, and then I don't want to be that guy that do as I say but don't do as I do, you know what I mean? I don't like that. I like to be honest about things that I do, and I just want to be able to have a message from somewhere that hey, you're on the right path. Just keep doing what you're doing. Just don't worry about if people don't like it, as long as I'm honest about it, and then I think I'm on the right path,
My name is Shep Rose, and I'm from Charleston, South Carolina, and I have been, on a TV show for 9 seasons now on Bravo television. My heroes are all rebels and, and deep thinkers and just people that didn't ask permission or forgiveness, and that's who I've kind of fashioned myself after for many years. And I was drinking and carrying on, and then I hit my early 30s, and the show came to fruition. And the show, by no fault of its own, promotes misbehaving and shenanigans and outrageous behavior. That's what that's what the whole thing's all about. And so I guess what I found out is physiologically I've changed, or am changing rapidly, meaning I can't do it the way that I've been doing it for many years now. And all of it could evaporate at any moment with the way I was going. So I just said to myself, okay, I need a course correct. Again, nothing catastrophic, thank goodness, but just read the wind, adjust the sail, that sort of thing.
It seems to me like what I'm hearing is that you're really out trying to find a greater sense of purpose.
Yeah.
Like in all this. I mean, you know, I was in the NFL and I've done some other flashy things, and at the end of the day, that all goes away.
Yeah.
Right, somewhere.
Yeah.
And it's really finding that deeper meaning. Do you think you can find those things possibly here at Rythmia?
I do. I do think it's going to be a catalyst. That's how I see it. And it's true what they say, you know, idle hands are a devil's workshop, and I've got a lot of free time and I've got some money in my pocket, and I love that, don't get me wrong, but, and I love to travel and things, but once the music stops and you got to figure out a daily routine, it can become challenging, and I guess what I was telling myself subconsciously even, oh, well, what do I do? Well, hey, guess who you are? You're the party guy. You're the fun-loving guy. You're the carefree guy who, like you said before, like everybody from the outside would be like, would trade your life for a million times over. And I appreciate that. And I take pride in that too. But I've just got to do it differently than the way that maybe someone expects me to, or I expect myself to after all these years.
Do you feel like you're going to find the answer coming out of here then?
I don't know. You know, they said yesterday, whatever you came here looking for might be completely inconsequential at the end of this whole journey. So that's interesting in and of itself to me as well. But I think it's important that I'm thinking about these things.
All right, let me know how you're feeling.
You know, probably a combination of anxiety, excitement, a little bit of fear. You know, the one thing about all the guys we brought out here is they're all A-type personalities, which means they like being in control. They believe they can control their outcomes. I think it's, with something like this, it's the realization that you're not in control, and you've almost got to just acquiesce or just sort of trust the process. But I'll tell you this, the Rythmia staff has done a really good job of explaining the plant-based medicine, how to guide yourself through the plant-based medicine, questions to ask yourself if you run into certain scenarios, almost like contingencies. Hey, breathe here, focus on your breathing, relax, that there is no right answer, that with the plant-based medicine, you can't get it wrong. So I have no clue how this is gonna go, and maybe that's where the excitement and anxiety come from at this point right now.
It's good. You know, I feel excited. I feel motivated, and you know, for many years I had to kind of almost like hide my feelings, because you know you face your opponent and you kind of like that little stoic approach into a fight, even though there's a lot inside. And I guess today is about let all that go. And I'm here to let go, and my intentions are there just to feel and to see what Mother Aya has to tell me. You know, I realize I have a couple wounds that I have to kind of go through, but whatever the medicine is gonna speak, you know, I'm just gonna let them tell me what has to be told. If there is not to be told, it's fine. It's just the first day. You know, it's about it. You know, a little anxiety, a little mixed feelings, but I'm excited. I'm happy. The main thing, I'm pretty happy about it.
That was a kick in the ass. I would say more kick on the brain, kick on the body. I feel good, feel chill. I still kind of feel weird about looking at the phone right now, because it's I still have some of the in my system. There's a lot, because I was kind of nervous today. And then I think overeat over lunch, and I came to the ceremony. My stomach was still kind of weird. Couldn't stop thinking. Just was in my mind a lot, as you know. And as the soul, that bad boy is dormant. very dormant. What if my soul is too dormant to be healed? Hope not. Hope that bad boy wakes up.
We finished up last night. As I've reflected on this, what I realize is, you know, after the whole Kelly Slater thing and Jen reached out for Rythmia and I set this up with the group, it was an experience for the guys. And when you go through something together, there's a concept called shared adversity. And we went through the shared hardship of ayahuasca, but we came also for the Brotherhood, and you saw it affect different guys. Like, for Xande, he really needed it. It's been really extremely helpful. It's been helpful for Shep. I mean, it helped me in certain ways, but I'm not gonna go into Thursday if I don't need to take the medicine and I feel I'm good where I'm at. And so I've come to realize that we came for the experience. I didn't necessarily need the ayahuasca, and that was pretty evident on Monday night, but I wanted to at least give it 2 more nights. And overall, it's been a good experience. You know, whenever you can travel outside the United States with buddies, again, it grows that homecoming and belonging. I've gotten closer to Xande, got to know Shep, got to know Mark. Of course, I always do everything with Will Sharman. It's been fun, but gotten to meet a lot of great people from all over the US, even some people from Europe, people from Canada, all just trying to make themselves better. And you've got to respect that. Diverse backgrounds, diverse beliefs. And so that's probably where the true value, the Brotherhood, the homecoming, and getting to meet new people. And we didn't see much of Costa Rica, but we saw enough. And as you can see, the grounds for Rythmia are just awesome. So overall, real happy. Wishing good luck to Shep and Xande as they step into Thursday night. It's going to be wild for them, and we'll be there when they finish up at 9 a.m. just to wrap our arms around them. But I'm ready to go home. I'm ready to get home to my wife. And being on the road 300 days out of the year, I'll take 1 more day with my wife if I can fit it in.
That was a phenomenal week. I came here with a dormant soul. I thought I had a broken heart. But that wasn't the case, you know. I was able to see within and understand where my pain comes from, where my limitations come from, where I can't speak to my heart. And I'm just thankful to the opportunity that God has given to me. Even coming here, I was having little issues with my faith, with the superior, and even that I made peace with. You know, like I'm total at peace. I reconstructed my self-worth as a man, as a leader, as a father, as a brother, as a son. When I start to liberate myself through the talks, you know, they have the classes and the group kind of like evolves together, right? Because it's the collective healness. You know, each one here is here for a reason, and we all feed off each other. And one of the talks, I did say, like, you know, it's weird because I know I have faith in things, I know things, but I don't feel it, right? I made an example that, like, oh, I'm going through pain in training, I don't care, it doesn't faze me. I win a world championship, everyone else is like, yeah, and I'm like, yeah, whatever, another one. And I think that was my real intent. I came here and I healed my family. To the suffering that my parents have, my brother, everything that had to happen for me to be here today and talk to you guys. And I'm gonna cherish this. I'm gonna do what's right and truthful to my heart. It's all about the truth. It's all about being yourself. It's all about sharing the light. And can't wait to actually exercise these in my daily life.
So last night was the final ayahuasca ceremony. 4 in a row. Honestly, I went into it, the night before, the third night, I went in asking, what does it mean to follow your heart? Because that's the vision I got on 2. So went into the last night and was like, I don't know how much I have left in the tank, so to speak, or how much more I need to know at least tonight, or last night. So I just said, show me more. And then I asked for like a celebratory feeling of it all, because it is an accomplishment. I really believe that, being here and doing it the right way too, which is kind of the whole point, is doing things the right way. And that's what they ask you to do here at Rythmia, and it's really set you up for some potentially very nice things and realizations. The first night I wrote down, must I always lick the jar? The question, because that's what I've been doing for a long, long time, and that's kind of why I'm here. And I talked about it on the reunion of my show, which was airing last night when I was sitting in the Maloka. That wasn't lost on me, and I'd had a real raw confession on national television about some of my recent just like disappointments, and so anyway, must I always lick the jar? And then, which means must you take it far? Must you always take it to the very edge, to the cliff, which I did for a long time. And I'm still alive to tell the story. But the next day, I was like, what does it mean to follow your heart? And boy, did Mother Ayahuasca answer. And it's essentially, it means being the best version of you, being the truly authentic version of you, and taking care of yourself and taking care of your body. And that's following your heart, because your heart will get bigger and better and of a higher use and more swollen and full. And that's what you should be chasing. And that doesn't, by doing things that that are a little shitty or rationalizing your way out of, some actions, and that's not following your heart, that's avoiding your heart. So that was my revelation. I think I've learned a lot about myself, and then, did a really deeply personal look into myself, my soul and heart and mind. And I knew it was pretty obvious what I needed to change and what I was doing wrong. But on ayahuasca, you really confront it and have to face it. And she comes inside you and rips you apart. But then she shows you something beautiful because of it. So I can't speak highly enough of the experience. Now, it's not the same for everybody. It's probably not for everybody. You really have to have an open mind and sort of be a risk taker, or someone who's sort of bold. I think you have trouble if you're buttoned up or conservative in your ways you approach life. You kind of have to be carefree and free spirit. And so I am all those things, and it really showed me some things, and I'm gonna take away so much, and I'm gonna be better. I think I'll screw up again. I reserve that right. But I think this is the new step. It's a new life. I'm changed, and it's all for the better, and it can only be better. Up and up from here, onwards and upwards.
So we're at the end of the journey here at Rythmia in Costa Rica. It's been an amazing journey. We've had such a great time. I witnessed 3 amazing guys go through a very different journey, which was really fun to document and watch. One guy was way out there and really seemed like he was loving the experience of it. Another guy, not so much. And the third guy really was going down and really had a lot of emotions coming out. And so, is it for everybody? I don't know. But was it worth it for these guys to come down here and experience this? Absolutely. Do I recommend it that anybody could come down here? I'll tell you what, this is like the 4 seasons of resorts. They've got it dialed in. There's so much to do and experience: health, wellness, fitness. If you want to do ayahuasca, awesome. If you don't, not a big deal. There's also another observation I saw, which is community, the aspect of community, about other people being around other people and lifting them up. A lot of people that came down here that I saw, are hurting from some possible trauma that they've had in the past. But when you come together you band together, you have all these teachings, you go through the classes, you work the system. It does better yourself in terms of trying to become the best version of yourself. And I think that positivity that exists down here at Rythmia, there's nothing like it. For me personally, I felt like I had the time of my life. And one of the reasons why that is because I'm always on the go. The way my work-life balance goes, it is 100% go, go, go. And I was able to really come down here, relax, be in the sunshine, jump in the pool, eat the amazing food, meet all these amazing new people that came into my life. And for that, I'm grateful. And I think everybody needs a time out in life. And if you want to come down and enjoy this at this very, very special place, highly, highly, highly recommend coming down to Rythmia.